The designer I've chosen from the What Was Good Design Museum of Modern Art's Message 1944 to 56 exhibition is Charles Eames. Charles Eames was born in 1907 in St. Louis. He was born to Charles Sr., a railway security officer, and his wife Adele, and was the younger of his parents' 2 children. He attended Yeatman High School and developed an interest for architecture. He went on to work at the Laclede Steel Company, where he learned about engineering, drawing, and architecture. Charles studied architecture at Washington University in St. Louis on an architecture scholarship. After 2 years of studying there, he left the university. People have said Frank Lloyd Wright was the reason for his leaving, because he supposedly kicked him out due to his strong interest in modern architects and having too modern views. While he was at Washington University, Charles met his first wife, Catherine Worman, who he married in 1929. They ended up getting a divorce though later on in life, in the year 1941. A year after they got married, they had their only child, which was their daughter, Lucia Jenkins. Charles got remarried to his Cambridge colleague, Ray Cazier, who was born in Sacramento, California. Ray Cazier was an American artist, designer, and filmmaker. He then moved with her to Los Angeles, California, where they would work and live until their deaths. Charles Eames was a modernist designer of furniture who also became known for his work in graphic design and filmmaking. Some of Charles's furniture design were placed highly in the Museum of Modern Art in the New York's Organic Design in Home Furnishing competition. During World War II, Charles and Ray were commissioned by the United States Navy to produce molded plywood splints, stretchers, and experimental glider shells. In 1946, Evans Products began producing the Eames' molded plywood chair. The molded plywood chair was called the Chair of the Century by the influential architectural critic Easter McCoy. The molded plywood chair exists and is being manufactured even in today's modern day society. Charles and Ray Eames designed their own house. It's called the Eames House, also known as Case Study House No. 8. It is a landmark of the mid-20th century modern architecture, located in the Pacific Palisades neighborhood of Los Angeles. It was constructed and designed in 1949 by Charles and Ray Eames. They designed the house to be their home and studio for the both of them to live in. The Eames House was one of the 24 homes built as part of the Case Study House program. The Case Study House program began in the mid-1940s and continuing through to the early 1960s. The program was led by John Enteraz and publisher of Art and Architecture magazine. The homes that were created were to be built and furnished using materials and techniques gained from the experiences of the Second World War. Each home would be for a real client, taking into consideration each one's particular housing needs. Charles and Ray proposed that the home they designed would be for a married couple working in design and graphic arts, whose children were no longer living at home, basically designed for themselves, and the living environment they were in or needed to be in. Charles and Ray Eames wanted to build a house that would not destroy the land and that would maximize volume from minimal materials. They used many recycled materials while creating their design. They moved into their house on Christmas Eve, 1949, and lived there for the rest of their lives. The interior remained very much the way they were from the start, and the house they created offered them a space where work, play, life, and nature coexisted. The Eames House is now a historic landmark. It is visited by many people from all across the world. In 2004, Charles's daughter Lucina Eames created a non-profited organisation called the Eames Foundation. The Eames Foundation was to preserve and protect the Eames House and to provide educational experiences to rejoice the creativeness of Charles and Ray. Charles Eames designed a lounge chair and ottoman with his wife Ray. This is the object I have selected from the exhibition What Was Good Design. The Eames lounge chair and ottoman is made from molded plywood and leather. The design was designed for the Herman Miller Furniture Company, and it was released in 1956 after years of development by designers. It was the first chair that Eames designed for a high-end market. One of Dieter Rams' 10 principles of good design is aesthetics. He says the aesthetic quality of product is integral to its usefulness because products we use every day affect our person and our well-being. But only well-executed objects can be beautiful. The lounge and ottoman chair displayed aesthetic through the materials used to make the object. The Eames have selected a dark plywood and leather which makes the object to look and feel luxurious. The materials help make the design and object look beautiful and well made. Dieter Rams also said good design is long lasting. It avoids being fashionable and therefore never appeals antiquated. Unlike fashionable design, it lasts many years, even in today's throwaway society. The lounge chair and ottoman has a simple design and the materials they've chosen are enduring, which will allow it to be used for a long time. The chair has proven to be long-lasting, seeing the design is being manufactured and sold today. He also said that good design is environmentally friendly. Design makes an important contribution to the preservation of the environment. It conserves resources and minimizes physical and visual pollution throughout the life cycle of the product. The Eames throughout their designs use minimal materials as possible, and in their house used recycled materials. The lounge chair and ottoman has only used molded plywood and leather as the main materials, and then used a small amount of cast aluminium, rubber shock mounts, and stainless steel gliders. All these materials can be broken down or recycled, which then allows it to have minimal impact on the environment. Another one of Dieter Rams' principles of designs is that good design is as little design as possible. Less but better, because it concentrates on the essential aspects, and the products are not burdened with non-essentials. Back to purity, back to simplicity. Eames' designs are always very simple. Most of them have only a few components to them. The lounge chair and ottoman have not got any added things to them that are not necessary. It is just a simple chair with a footrest. While doing my own practices now, I am going to gather the information I've got in this assessment task and apply it to them. The main things I will focus on are simplicity and making sure everything does what the function is for. Eames uses this a lot in his work, and I feel if I apply this to mine, it will make it look more aesthetically pleasing, seeing there will not be unnecessary things added to them.